133-inch massive display, two separate 55-inch TVs, a 5.1 surround sound, control system, lighting, and voice control. I think we found the perfect setup. This is a triple laser 4K short throw projector by Samsung. This is a 133-inch ambient resistant screen. On the side, we have two 55-inch Samsung TVs, all connected to their individual Roku. This room, it's a gamer's dream, it's a sports fanatic dream room, and even the perfect movie night. Why? Let's talk about it. There's a lot of smart home behind me, but today we're gonna focus on this room. This entire home is controlled by Control4. We actually have the new X4 firmware already updated into the system. Today, I'm gonna highlight how this room works, the things that we can do in this room, and how you can integrate everything into one control system. Let's start with the T4. This is the Control4 touchscreen. This is the 8-inch tabletop Control4 user interface that can be carried around the house and control anything in the house. This piece of equipment also has two-way communication to all of the UIs in the house. So if somebody rings the doorbell, it's actually gonna pause my movie, show me who's at the door. I can open the door and get back to my movie. Not only that, but I can control all of these three displays individually or combined from this display. Come here, I'll give you a demo. From this device, we can control the entire house. But as of right now, we're gonna focus on the living room. Now, one of the things that I do wanna highlight is that a couple of versions ago, Control4 released a multi-display driver. However, in this house, we did not upload it because we have voice control. And for voice control, we have actually separated the living room, the top TV, and the bottom TV to make the commands easier for Josh to understand. Now, one of the things that we are able to do is we're able to create shortcuts or triggers from any room into a specific room. So one of the things that we've done here is we created a shortcut for the top TV, the bottom TV, and the living room main TV to take you straight into Roku. However, if I want to dive into the apps of the system, I have shortcuts. If I want to go into Netflix, as you can see, once I click it, it's going to take me straight into Netflix. Then this device becomes the universal remote or the Roku remote. I do have the option of clicking. However, this gesture feature seems to be easier for us to use. This is also how it's going to work on the app. If you just want to click it, you click it, and there you go. Now, if I want to control the other televisions, I can switch over to my top TV, and now I can do the same exact thing. Switch over to whatever. Let me turn the camera this way so you guys can see it. So you can see how responsive the system is. Other things that I want to highlight is that from here, I can actually control the lighting, not just in this room, but everywhere in the house. You can go into the specific room and select the lighting. It's going to show you the lights in the room, all of the dimmers. Have the option for you to slide them. Do keep in mind that in this house, we actually have a centralized system. So all of the drivers and the power is being sent from upstairs. We have one keypad on the wall. Everything else is controlled from here or any other UI. All right, so we talked about the displays, we talked about the control. Let's focus a little bit on the audio. Now, for all of my audio guys, I understand that in-ceiling speakers is our last resort. But as you can see, we were limited on placement of where to put speakers. Not only that, but the designer and the architect and the homeowner are all the same person. They were very specific on where we could actually put equipment. So we took all of their input and did the best we could to not only make the room look good, but sound good. Above me, I have three 8-inch in-ceiling speakers by episode that are working as our fronts. One of the things to keep in mind is these three speakers in the front are actually directional. So instead of the woofer facing down, it's actually angle end and facing the seating. In the back, we have two 8-inch in-ceiling speakers. Now these are not directional, these are actually down firing woofers for our rears. Keep in mind that a surround sound, disclaimer, let me teach you guys something today. A surround sound is very, very directional. So if you get an AVR, an audio video receiver, and you start playing certain shows that don't make any noise from the back speakers, it doesn't mean that they don't work or that they're not connected. It just means that whatever you are watching is mastered different, and those speakers are not meant to work. When it comes to a surround sound, if you're sitting in front of me, as you guys are, and a plane flies by, the right speaker has a function, then it moves into the surround right speaker. If you have a surround back, then it moves further back. And that's how you get that 3D feel. Something else for you guys to learn today is Dolby Atmos. You'll hear the term 5.1.2, 5.2 point whatever, right? That first number is your surround sound channels. That second number is the subwoofer, which in this room we have an in-wall subwoofer that's powered by a separate amplifier in the rack. And then that last number is Dolby Atmos. That is 3D audio. Now keep in mind that whatever you are listening to has to be mastered in 3D Dolby Atmos for you to get that 3D feel and those noises that are meant to come from above you. But that's only in certain systems. This specific room only has a 5.1, and it's just what they need, not only to watch the shows and the movies that they want to watch, but also entertain, because there's a lot of zones of audio in this house that can be merged into this one. Nicola, turn the lights off in the living room. As you can see, we've added voice control to this room. Not just voice control, but Josh. In this scenario, we're not calling him Josh. You do have the option to change the name, and there's a list of names that you can name him. But in this scenario, our client went with Nicola. Let me show you a couple things. Nicola, turn off the lights in the living room. Voice control was added into the system for simplicity, not just for the lights, but for the audio and video. One of the cool things about Josh, which is the system that was laid over on top of Control4, is that it gives you simplicity and control. Within their UI and their app, you can actually go into their system and create your own scenes. You can type them in. Literally, step 1, turn on my chandelier. Step 2, set my top TV to Roku. Step 3, set my bottom TV to ESPN. Step 4, send my main screen into Empire AV Services and Installations. And all of this is the scene blah. Set, test, activate. That's how simple it is to add your own scenes into Josh. But in this scenario, Nicola, turn on the lights in here. We decided to name him Nicola. That's how simple it is to use Josh. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we would greatly appreciate it. These videos take a lot of work. These videos take a lot of time, and a subscribe costs you nothing, but it does put a smile on our face. So click that like, click that subscribe, share this video with someone. Let's get back to the video. All right, so before y'all talk about me, these are going to be black. They have not been engraved yet. This is a keypad by Control4. As I mentioned, all of these lights in here are wired upstairs, and we have one keypad that's sending commands up there and controlling things down here. A couple things to keep in mind is you can actually set up whatever you want into these buttons. If you want individual lighting control, if you want all light control, you can activate that from there. Not only that, but your audio video scenes. Let me show y'all one thing. Hey Nicola, turn the living room off. And just like that, this video has come to an end. Thank you for tuning in today. Subscribe to the channel, go watch a video. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.